What is good, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I just wanted to come up here and make a quick video on the best players to trade as a beginner. My advice to beginners or intermediate would be to stick to one pair and focus on one pair only. Do not be trading multiple pairs. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in the past, and now it cost me a lot to recover from that mistake. I do not want that same mistake to be repeated by you guys. So stick to one pair in one session and certain times only, and just look at market in those sessions only. For example, I personally trade GJ only at London Open. That's it. I do not look at GJ New York session, no Asian session. I do not look at GJ at all if it's not in my session, and that's what helped me be consistent with my profits, and that's what helps me to be where I'm at today. So let's go over the charts. First pair that I recommend to you guys will be GBP USD. It's one of the easiest pairs to trade, as well as less volatile and there's less momentum at the market. So for example, if you were to enter here, your stop loss is all the way here. So it doesn't really have those big candles like GJ has as well. For example, if you were to enter here, your stop loss could have been here. You see what I'm saying? But with GJ, your stop loss would be very tight. With GJ, each candle is bigger. So this candle right here is 18 pips. Enter here, your stop loss has to be bigger than 10 pips if you're a beginner, right? So with GU, your stop loss could be smaller and you have more opportunity to manage risk, and as well as you have more confluence, more time to figure out what trade you want to take. Another pair that I would recommend for you guys is NAS 100. NAS 100 is one of the easiest pair to trade as well. I mean, just look at these moves right here. Once you catch moves on this pair, it's not just simple 10 to 20 pips. It's more than that. We go to 30 minutes. Just look at these moves. It trades very smoothly. You barely see any ranges on this pair. Barely, like boom, boom, pull back, push, down, up. It's probably one of the easiest and most cleanest pair that I've seen. EuroGPY. EuroGPY is also a good pair to trade, but the only downside about this pair is, so let's say if you enter a trade, you're gonna have to wait longer. Same thing with GU. The waits are more longer. It's just because they're less volatile. So, for example, at London Open, the push down 45 pips, right? And that was whole. So from London Open all the way to 6 in the morning, it only pushed 45 pips. So if you were to enter at London Open, you would have to wait a whole 2-3 sessions just for your 1 to 5 and 1 to 6 to be hit. Same thing from here. So this move started from 6 in the morning, moved up 67 pips. It almost took 7 hours because started from 6, now it's 1. But if we look at GJ, London Open, right? London Open was right here. So London Open all the way to 6 and moved up almost 82 pips. But compared to EJ, if you look at it from here, from 6, it's the same time. I'm comparing the times between GJ and EJ. So if you look at it from here all the way here, we moved almost 150 pips. So that's the only downside about EJ and GU. It moves very slow. So if a trade takes you 5 minutes and GBP JPY, it will take you 6 hours on EJ. But for beginners, it's a slow and steady pair to trade. And another pair that I would not recommend for anyone, I personally do not look at this pair whatsoever is gold. Gold is one of the most manipulated pair to trade. If you do not know what you're doing, it's the best pair to blow account. If you're tired of your account and you want to blow it out, come to gold and trade gold. Also, if you want to mess up your psychology, your confidence in your trade, that's the best player that I would recommend for those type of scenarios. I also like GBP JPY. I personally trade GBP JPY. That's one of the easiest but also one of the toxic pair that you can trade. But on normal market days you can catch more than 100 pips. Especially with summer, there's more liquidity, more momentum. We're going to be seeing some clean moves on GJ. For example, on DJ, we took a trade yesterday around 165,750. So we caught this trade at 165,750. In about less than 15 minutes, we already hit TP4, which was 50 pips. So that's what you can expect from DJ. But on normal market days, you cannot expect that from EJ and GU, because GU and EJ and all those other pairs that I went over, they move very slow. So for you to get these type of moves, you have to wait 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, more than that. But with GJ, you can expect it in less than 15 minutes. But with GJ, if you do not know what you're doing, it could really disrespect your setup. So if you're a beginner and still polishing your strategy, go look on those players that I recommended for you. If you're a day trader and you're a beginner or intermediate, look at the pairs that I recommended you. Those are the best payers for day trading. But if you're a scalper like me, you want a quick trade, which is takes you 30-minute, hour, 2 hours, then GJ it is. GJ will give you those type of trades, but with GJ you have to be very smart. You really have to know what you're doing to get these type of trades. It's really not easy to get trades like this without getting disrespected or without your setup being disrespected or manipulated. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to follow me on Instagram at FXLouderGBP. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you guys when I see you.